Moana 2, the failure everyone feared. I never imagined I'd say this, but somehow Moana 2 makes me miss Lin-Manuel Miranda. If this movie had been released 30 years ago, it would have certainly gotten lost on the bottom shelf of cheap Disney DVDs, among the direct-to-video releases that shamelessly tried to extract more money from a story that had already ended perfectly. But this apparently wasn't just another Disney mistake. It would be a landmark of mediocrity. And the most annoying thing is that Moana 2 isn't a complete disaster. It's a disappointment that echoes far more than could have been imagined. Before continuing, please like and subscribe to the channel. Moving on. Here's the problem. This sequel was made to be a TV series, but in the heat of Disney's obsession with quick profits, it was pushed into theaters with the expectation that it would be a major production. What we got, however, was a film that feels rushed, unfinished, the quality that is completely out of line with what we expected. The marketing was weak and uninteresting, as if Disney itself knew it had nothing grand to present, but was trying to mask mediocrity with a gift for families at the end of the year. In the end, it was a scam disguised as a cinematic event. And the animation, the first Moana was a visual revolution. I mean, the way the water was animated was a marvel, a masterpiece that left everyone speechless. But Moana 2, the water is no longer special. It's just water. As if the creators had given up on doing something truly innovative and opted for something lazy and soulless. The magic of the animation is gone. Fluidity, the visual beauty of the first animation, was replaced with something that could be seen in any generic TV production. For a film meant for the big screen, it's simply unacceptable. The visual charm disappeared, and what's left is a pale attempt to replicate what made the original shine. As for the story, it's as if the writers just threw some ideas into a cauldron and resigned themselves to a plot with no focus. What was an epic and meaningful journey in the first film is now a lifeless ride with non-existent conflicts. The villain, who could have been an interesting threat, is barely developed, and in no time loses relevance. The great evil of the film only really shows up in the final credits when everything else has already become irrelevant. What we have is a film where the characters drag from scene to scene with no real growth or challenge. Moana 2 lacks the grandeur and tension of the first film because the creators treated it like a low-budget, high-turnover TV series instead of something worthy of the big screen. And the music, what a fiasco. The first film had an explosive soundtrack, with Lin-Manuel Miranda shining in every note. Here the songs feel thrown together, uninteresting and soulless. Instead of feeling like the songs fit perfectly into the story, we get bland musical numbers, as if they were trying to replicate the success of the original, but failing miserably. They even try to copy Maui's rap style, but what comes across is forced, disconnected, and lifeless. There's no energy, no passion. Maui, who should have been an important presence, is just a disposable comic relief without depth. He's already had his arc, and now he's just a shallow character with no real purpose. The worst part of all this is that Moana 2 is a reflection of a decaying industry. The animation was outsourced to studios in Vancouver, where the work is cheaper and faster. But that means the quality of the final product was compromised. Yes, there's talent over there, but they don't have the tools or support necessary to create something as grand as the first Moana. Disney is clearly trying to cut costs, and the animators who actually know how to make iconic films are being let go, as happened with Pixar before the release of Inside Out 2. Is this the direction we're heading? Big, epic films being sacrificed for easy money, outsourcing to studios that don't have the same commitment to the art. In the end, Moana 2 is a reflection of Disney's greed and lack of vision. It's an incomplete, rushed product made without passion. And the saddest part is that if the film succeeds, Disney will continue with this lazy formula, creating lifeless animations without depth and without the heart that made them special. Is this what Disney thinks the audience deserves? A franchise that began with such greatness being destroyed by the relentless pursuit of quick profits? Moana 2 isn't a complete disaster, but it's undoubtedly a failure of epic proportions. I just hope that if there is a Moana 3, it gets the time and quality attention that this story truly deserves. And if fans manage to realize the gap between the first film and Moana 2, maybe Disney will wake up before it's too late. Please share your thoughts on the movie so I know. Honestly, I didn't like it. I felt it didn't even come close to the first film. Please comment. It's really important for me to know your opinion. Until next time.